Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so if you decide one day you're going to go out and buy you a very expensive bed that's $7,000-8,000, just know that because it costs that much doesn't mean you can be that rough on it. Here's a king size bed right here that is broken all to pieces. So we're going to get this thing fixed today. We're going to make it so that it's a little bit more sturdy, a little bit more solid than it used to be, and show you guys how to fix a little problem like this instead of buying a whole new bed. So let's get started. So the first thing we had to do was tear all of this stuff out of the corner and get it all out of the way. This is what was broke up. We had to get all of this fabric off of it as well, which we're not going to worry about too much putting that back. We're just going to get all this fabric back and this board back on where it goes. That'll cover up everything. It'll still look good when we're done. So, and if they wanted to pay me to fix that, I'll go ahead and fix that too, but you see what happens. The first thing we're going to do is get all of this cleaned up, and then we're going to cut and find a way to fit a board back in here and make this thing stronger. Alright, we'll come down here and do the same thing. What I'm doing is taking this grinder and cutting all these old staples off flush right here. Then we're going to find a way to put a board back in here that'll actually support the weight of this bed or the guy that sleeps in it. Because that is some real soft, wide grain pine they're using to build these high dollar beds. Very, very thin. I'm gonna go back with 1.5 inches. Now, next thing we gotta do is find a tape measure. I grabbed a pencil, but didn't grab a tape. So I'll be right back. All right, you see these original pieces were just 3.5 inches wide. I think that's what we're gonna go, is 3.5 inches. No, we'll go 4, just because. And it is actually gonna end up being 10 5/8 on this end. And 10 5/8 on this end. So let's get a piece cut down for that at 4 inches. I would use the table saw, but we'll just run it through here real quick. Good enough. Just a board left over off the job or something. Not sure. I think that should be enough. We'll cut this down real quick on the chop saw if we can manage to get to it. I said 10 7/8, right?
5/8.
10 5/8. Gotta hurry up and get this done. This guy will be needing a place to sleep tonight. You know what? That's not what I want to do. Okay. I want to do something different. I want to make these pieces go under this piece and make it a lot stronger. If I split this in half, I'll have to cut more boards for that. But I got a piece long enough? I do. Let's do that. Let's add about an inch and a half to that. Should have that same mark. Let's see how we're going to do this. Let's go. Let's just cut both ends of it. I know what I want to do. Alright. We're going to mark this at 3/4. On both ends. Alright. That looks better. Now it goes in and locks under there. And now we can put a couple of screws down through here into there, and a couple screws through here into there, and a couple screws through here into there, and we'll glue it all. And I think that's going to work. We're going to cut it right there on that mark over here at the chop saw. He's right there. Okay, so get over that block. We need to go back to the bandsaw, and we'll need to cut that little bit out. That'll get us flush with every board down here on this end. Even though this stuff ain't even, we gotta get that all back together. Make this thing strong. Like so. Now, here we go. All except for these little tiny little staples are in our way down here. Let's clean that up real quick. It's ideal to have these little clamps. You can get this stuff back out of your way. Should have been thinking about that earlier, but that's not working like I want it to. There we go, right there. That'll work. Now we can see what's going on here. That's going to fit right there. And once we get a couple screws and some glue and get this all put into that corner, we should be good to go. That'll work great. All right, impact. Where's the impact? All right. Now we got this. We got our drill with a countersink bit in it. We got screws and bits. We're gonna get this thing, a couple holes drilled here. We're gonna come down here, and we're just gonna shoot that screw in. We're gonna worry about the ones that'll bust. All right, I'll shoot the other ones in from the side. We'll just shoot them straight in there without drilling them out. I'm not worried about that plywood splitting. That's just 3/8 inch plywood they screwed on the side to be able to staple that cushion to. So we'll be good on that. We're gonna add some glue if we can get some out of here. Should have added some glue to this bottle. All right, that's that. Put a couple more screws and make sure we fill them all up. Now once that glue dries, that ain't going nowhere. All right, we'll do the same thing to the other side and then we'll wrap this thing up. Now, we're gonna fix the attachment back to the frames on the side. And what I did here is tape this one with blue tape back together. We're gonna line it up back where it would have been sitting originally, right there on the edge of that plywood, and flush down here at the bottom. And we're gonna mark these holes Just like that. All right. Now, to put these in, we got to drill this out with, I think it's a 25/64. It's a little bit bigger than 3/8. The outside diameter of these things is 3/8, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure this bit right here is just a hair bigger by like a 64th of an inch. So now give it a little bump on the back there and she'll go right in this place for you. Alright, so what I got is I got a washer and the bolt that's going to go in it. I'm going to try to get this to touch down there, but if I don't, I'm going to have to go find a different 5/16 nut to go in here. So let me go find something that ain't quite long enough. I know I got one in here somewhere. This might be the one. No, that's the same. Might not have any in this one. Yep. That's the one right there. Oh yeah. That'll do it. Now, just take our impact and a bit. And if you'll look right here, it's flush. So it's good. Now, we'll install one more right here. These align back up with the original bed frame. They just got the little slide over hooks anyway. So they don't have to be absolutely perfect. They just need to be really close. And there you go. That's gonna have to pull this whole board all the way through with them big, whatever you call them things. Not sure what the name of them is, but I like them. So we're gonna do the other side the same way, and this headboard will be done. Then we got to do the footboard and the sideboards. But after y'all seen all this, y'all know how the footboard will go. It's gonna go the same way. And the sideboard, it just had a couple screws pulled loose. I may just put some mollies or some glue and some wood and put the regular screws back in it. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. Hopefully it's not particle board. That's the only thing that could ruin our day at this point. So hope y'all like this video on how to fix a headboard. Y'all don't forget to give me a like and subscribe, and we'll see y'all on the next one.